Hey there and welcome to Gartenzeile. A lot of garden and balcony owners grow their own strawberries because they're often really tasty. Also, they don't occupy much space and can be grown in small pots. However, there are mistakes. Of these, we want to show you 15 today and explain how to avoid them. So we hope you enjoy watching this video. Let's begin with the initial 5 errors when planting. The first mistake is to plant the strawberries in a pot containing flower soil. Bloemerde has an excessively high mineral content and causes over-fertilization of the strawberries. Special seed or herb soil is much better suited. Second mistake, planting too close together. Strawberries require light and air to grow. If plants grow too closely, it promotes mold growth. When planting, consider the growth size of your strawberry variety and plan accordingly for space. Third mistake, don't prune after planting. In the year of planting, you should remove the first flowers. For a type that bears multiple times, all flowers must be removed, but for a type that bears only once, a few can remain. So while the harvest is initially reduced, you'll be rewarded with a significantly larger and richer harvest in the next batch. Pruning gives the strawberry plant the power to really take off. She becomes more vibrant, healthier, and lives longer, so it is worthwhile to wait a little bit for the harvest. The fourth fatal mistake is the failure to protect the fruits from moisture during the harvesting process. Strawberries grow close to the ground, and when the fruits get bigger, they often touch the ground. If this is moist, you can practically watch the delicious fruit mold. Strawberries need to be protected from moisture from below urgently. This sounds easy with a layer of straw hay, bark mulch, or even a garden fleece. Fifth mistake. Same location and same plant over the years. A common thinking error that many are unaware of. Strawberries are technically perennial plants, but their lifespan is only a few years. Usually, the harvest is largest in the first 2-3 years. After, it decreases rapidly. That's normal because the strawberry plant is then retired. So at the latest, new seedlings should be grown every 4 years. In the pot, fresh soil must be used, as the old one is depleted despite fertilization. If you have a garden relying on plants, change location for same reason. Using soil one-sidedly harms it and leads to sick plants. After planting comes the fertilizing. But here too, there are 4 mistakes that you should avoid. So that's the 6th mistake. Don't fertilize strawberries at all. The worst mistake with strawberries is not fertilizing them at all. To produce tasty, sweet, and large fruits, the plant needs abundant energy, obtained naturally through fertilization. Otherwise, the harvest will be smaller or non-existent. Do you only use organic fertilizers of biological origin to your own advantage, so you can enjoy your harvest worry-free? 7th mistake. Fertilize strawberries with compost. Bioorganic fertilizer sounds like compost, but sadly, it's unsuitable for growing strawberries. Especially garden compost is rich in salt and lime, which strawberry plants can't tolerate. Roots crystallize, wither. Special strawberry or berry fertilizer is more ideal for optimal growth. Fertilize one-harvest strawberry plants in spring. When fertilizing, it's important to know if you're dealing with a strawberry variety that only produces one harvest per year or multiple harvests. Once-bearing varieties form their new buds once again in autumn after the harvest. Now is the ideal time for fertilizing. Spring fertilization would then be too late. Fruit-bearing strawberries are seldom fertilized. As mentioned, strawberry varieties that yield multiple harvests in a year need significant energy. A one-time or too infrequent fertilization simply won't cut it. You'll need regular fertilization throughout the entire season, so roughly from May to October. Every fortnight is a good rhythm for this, but even when watering, a lot can go wrong. Hence the 10th error, watering too often or too infrequently. To produce robust fruits, strawberries need fertilizer and enough water, which is why they don't tolerate dryness well. However, excessive moisture promotes mold and rot. So the best thing is to have a balanced water balance. Check with your finger before watering to see if the soil is still moist. If yes, wait another day or two until the next watering. A garden fleece offers protection from excessive rain. 11th mistake was made. Pour over the leaves and blossoms. Mold is the biggest crop killer, so it's the top priority to avoid it. Particularly the flowers and leaves do not like it when they become overly saturated, so you must always ensure to provide water directly to the roots. Now it's clear why pros cover strawberries with fleece. That's how the plant is protected from rain. 12th mistake, water in the midday heat. Another mistake that shouldn't be overlooked, which actually applies to all plants. When you water in the midday heat and the plants are damp, when the sun beats down on them, the water droplets quickly turn into a magnifying glass, which can cause the leaves to burn. You can easily recognize them by small brown dots. This can weaken the entire plant. It's best to water in the morning or evening. After the harvest, the work on the field isn't over yet. Even then, there are still 3 mistakes you should avoid. Error 13 is about the harvest, specifically picking fruits without stems. If the fruits are taken off the plant without sepals, the strawberry sustains injury. It's leaking juice, spoiling faster, plus many vitamins lost due to leakage. Bend the stem slightly and pull the strawberry upwards. Here's how to have a successful harvest. This process is vital even for multi-bearing types. That's how she detects a harvest and starts blooming again. 14. Oopsie. Please do not prune the plant after harvesting to ensure its proper growth. Once the harvest is over, so from July until at the latest October, the strawberry plant should be pruned without delay. Preserving the mother plant ensures its strength and vitality for the next season, while eliminating disease-causing germs. To do that, you gotta get rid of all them yellow, wilted and sickly leaves. Only the centerpiece of the plant should remain standing. The important thing is not to damage the root rhizome. 15. Error. Letting the runners grow. If you're already in the process of cutting back the leaves, you also need to remove all the runners. These actually don't yield as much or significantly less, but they cost the mother plant a lot of energy. So the future harvest will be weakened in general. If you want to propagate your strawberry plants, you cut off a runner, let it root in a glass of water, and then plant it as a young plant by itself. By avoiding these mistakes, you can look forward to a strong and healthy strawberry plant in the future, and hopefully a bountiful harvest. We'll keep our fingers crossed for you. We hope you guys enjoyed this little video. If so, feel free to leave us a subscription so you don't miss any more videos. If you're a fan of the written word and interested in gardening, check out our magazine at www.gartenzeile.de. See you next time.